Hi everybody. Today I thought I would do a bit of a gift guide video that I thought might help some of you out. I thought I'd do it on sort of gifts or ideas for gifts that you might like to get if you have somebody in your life who is a neurodivergent or who's neurodiverse or has like SEN requirements, someone who maybe has ADHD or is autistic. And so I thought I would share with you some of the things that we use in our family, things that we've already got and use, but also some of the things that I have bought for this year for my children. So I share a bit of a mix of things. Like some of these might just be obvious things that you would just buy people in general, normally. This isn't necessarily these aren't necessarily things that are marketed towards people with autism or autistic people. They're not necessarily marketed for those people, but a lot of neurodiverse people on the spectrums get a lot of benefit from them. So yeah, I'm hoping this might help. And so I just want to preface this by saying this is coming from my experience. So I have ADHD myself, and my children are on the neurodiverse spectrum. It's a little bit complicated. What's in a label? So for the purposes of this video, they are on the spectrum. So I'm sharing with you things that work for our family. What I would say first and foremost is if you really don't know what to buy somebody, particularly if you're buying it for somebody outside of your family, the best thing to do is to perhaps ask, because everybody, just because we are neurodiverse, we are still people, we've still got different tastes and things. Just because these things work for our neurodiverse family doesn't mean they'll work for another neurodiverse person. So it's always the best to ask if you're in any doubt or you're a bit worried or struggling or anything like that. Always best to ask, because it's better to ask than to sort of feel offended. Also, please remember that if you do give somebody a gift, depending on what they label themselves out, depends on their social communication levels, skills, etc. You may find that you get no response when giving your gift. You may be you're waiting do they like it? And there might be no response there. That doesn't necessarily mean that they don't like your gift. It may be that they're just processing what they've been given. It's all very overwhelming, all very overstimulating, which Christmas can be. So just back off. Just give you your gift. There's your gift. And back off. And if that person later on says thank you or I really liked it, then great. But if they don't, please don't take that to heart. It might just be that they have forgotten. They can't communicate it with you. There's various different reasons, but just know that the very act of giving a gift is something nice to do. And on the other side of that, I know from experience that my daughters can be very blunt and very honest, and if I give them something, they'll be like, I don't like that. Please don't be offended if that happens to you. Just because the way their brains work, they don't mean to offend anybody. They don't know what they've done is wrong or offensive, or they're just speaking their mind. They're just being honest. So if someone does say to you, actually, I don't like that, please don't be offended. Please, keep your receipts and just say, okay, no problem. What can I get you? Or, something like that. So I hope that helps. And I hope I'm using the correct terminology for everybody out there. I'm using the terminology that we use in our house. I know everybody uses different terminology, and there is quite a lot of do's and don'ts, and what works for some people and all that kind of stuff. So please do feel free to leave constructive comments in the description if you use different terminology, and then I can kind of take that on board and for future videos and things. Okay, so I've got a few things laid out, but the first thing I would say is you could look at what someone's specialism is. A lot of autistic people have a specialism, something they really love, something they really enjoy, and they go deep with. And that can be anything from like a vinyl record collection to, I don't know, collecting pencils. That's what I used to do as a child. You know, my daughter is very, very into chocolate and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So this year she is getting a hamper full of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory themed gifts. Excuse me. So I'm tailoring like the present to like her special interest. So if you know that the person you are buying for has a special interest, I'm sure that a special interest present would be gratefully received, whatever that is. Okay, so a variety of things here. So my children are very into like sensory experiences. My daughters love making slime. They love playing with Play-Doh. They love playing with clay. So they're all really good options. Things like a jelly bath, they can funk things up, but I would exercise some caution with that, because that can either like, I mean, this turns my stomach, makes me feel absolutely sick to the core. Slime. I hate it when my kids make slime, but other people absolutely adore it. So my kids absolutely adore slime. B&M at the moment have got lots of slime making kits, which look really, really good. I do make slime with my kids because I know that they enjoy it and stuff, even though I don't like it. So they are a really, really good option. You can buy loads of different Play-Doh kits and things like, you know, play clay. My kids really like air drying clay and Fimo, things like that. So they're really a good option, something like tactile. But I also buy things for the bath like this, the slime. Bath slime makes me feel physically sick, but they love it, that sensory experience. Jelly Bath, the brand, they also do cracking, but like, you know, the cracking popping candy. They do stuff like that you can sprinkle in the bath to make it pop. They also do like a gel, so it turns the bath into jelly. We also use this stuff in like a tough tray with toys to play with rather than in the bath. But yeah, any bath products for my kids are always a really good option. So something fun and gimmicky like this. They love bath bombs. They really enjoy the sensory experience of a bath bomb, or like a colour changing bath foam, or this year I've bought them some bath snow, that kind of stuff. So anything like that, they get a lot of enjoyment out of. And B&M at the moment, they've got quite a lot of different sort of sensory things in. B&M are really good for sensory stuff actually. So these are little ducks that float on the bath, and then they glow, they change colour. So they are, you know, they're not particularly expensive gifts, but from a sensory perspective, they're, you know, bring a lot of joy, maybe a lot of calmness. So I've got those for my youngest, and for my eldest, she's got a disco light that floats in the bath like this. So yeah, things like this, you know, really good. Obviously, if somebody has epilepsy, flashing lights aren't particularly a good choice. Obviously, just check, as I say, always best to check. I don't think anyone would mind you just saying, what can I get so-and-so for Christmas, or what would you like for Christmas? I always think that is a really good option rather than, you know, like that. So bath stuff, really, really good. Also on the lights thing, I've bought my daughter it's a Bluetooth disco speaker, so it like glows. So she likes music and light. So any sort of things like this, things like a glitter lamp or a lava lamp, or one of those things that like have bubbles in that go up and down, they're always a really good option. Things like this. And a good option, she has like a little den in her room with like it's not, I want to say mosquito net, but it's like a net thing, and it has glow in the dark stars, and she has like cushions and blankets in there, and she sits in there and she plays with like fidget toys or light things. So, you know, you could always look at buying like a little indoor tent or a little indoor den thing, cushions, blankets, they always go like down like really well in our house. And like these things that you put in the microwave and they get warm, they are always really, really popular. Sadly, they tend to break quite a lot, so we get through them because like all the stuffing comes out and you lose all your wheat. So these sorts of things, they are nice because they're warm. They're also really soft, but they've also got a bit of weight to them. So if your person likes a weighted blanket or something like that, then they'd probably benefit for something like this, a bit of weight. And this one smells of lavender too. So yeah, really, really recommend them. Like, you see me now, I'm like, oh, it's just so tactile, things like that. My daughter likes quite a lot of toys. She really likes these what do they call them, Thai beanie boos. I don't know, I don't think this one is her favourite. I don't know where they all are. I think they're downstairs. I just snuck this one out of her room because this one's like got glitter and shimmer and stuff on it, so things, something to hug, something to play with, something to interact with. My kids don't really like the electronic interactive toys, but like a soft plush toy like this, loves it. I think because of like the sensory, the tactile, the huggableness, things like that. Just sort of like trying to link it all together, but I'm like, I know I'm sort of jumping around a bit. Like, so talking about like smells and things, I bought my daughter a pillow spray to spray on her pillow at night, a lavender one. She also has like things like this, like little organza bags which have got dried lavender in. She really likes the smell. Oh, smells so good. Smells so good. Things like that. Smells, I would say, are probably a little bit more personal than other items. So unless you know the person really well, then maybe stick clear of some like smells types things. So yeah, talking about like sparkly and tactile and things, my daughter has got loads of different things like this, the reverse sequins. She's got toys with this on. This is a notebook. She's got toys with reverse sequins. She's got a cushion with reverse sequins, notebook. She's got like a key ring, various things with reverse sequins, and a book because she just really likes those. But my daughter is a rainbow, pink, sparkly unicorn lover anyway. So there's those fidget toys. Now these are really, really good for stocking fillers. B&M have got loads in. The Works usually sell quite a lot, and they come in various shapes and sizes and different types of things. So you've got spinners, you've got like cubes like this that have like lots of different things to do with them. Things like this, like a sucker thing. Like there's all manner of things, like fidget toys. Yeah, you could go to any of those sorts of shops and they have them. But these are really good for stocking fillers because they're small. This year I bought my kids a stress ball. They like using stress balls. This is from the pound shop. You can get stress balls like everywhere though, really. I would say as well, like my kids, like although my daughter intellectually is like academically, in most of the ways, intellectually is the right age, emotionally sometimes she will revert back, and she still really, really loves books like this. So although you might think that's a bit babyish, she still gets so much enjoyment out of like the that's not my books. So I do recommend them, and I recommend them especially if you've got like younger children to buy for as well. So if you're not familiar with them, they have a story. You can buy these in so many different characters, animals, all sorts. So it's like, that's not my elf, its buttons are too rough. And then you can feel its buttons. Its scarf is too fluffy. So like these sensory books, like she still loves these now. She doesn't always like to admit it, but she does. And I have actually seen a lot of people say that when their children are poorly, even neurotypical children, when they're poorly or don't feel well, aren't great emotionally or whatever, that they'll often like to regress a little bit towards something. So there's like advice that sort of says like, keep 1 or 2 baby toys, keep 1 or 2 baby books. They're things that they're familiar with from their younger years, because they will still find a lot of comfort out of those things. And I tend to agree with that because I've still got some stuff from when I was a kid. This is mine, and my oldest has got one too. It is a kalimba. It's a finger piano. So these are good for like older people. I mean, like not small children. You can buy these online. Amazon sell them. I don't know where else sell them because I got mine from Amazon. It's a finger piano. And I love the sound. I find it really calming, but it's also really nice to use your thumbs. And you can also buy these as in key ring size as well. But I absolutely love my kalimba. And you can buy cases for them as well. A thumb piano or a kalimba, kalimba. Yeah, I love my kalimba, you can probably tell. And lastly, the sort of thing that I can think of is like headphones. These are a really good pair of headphones that my husband bought me last year. You know, so I love my headphones. The audio quality of them is amazing. I use them if I'm like stressed out, overstimulated, that kind of thing. I will put them on just to kind of like a bit. They're noise cancelling too. I just love my headphones. So if you're looking for like a teen or an older person, headphones are a good one. My kids also, I bought my youngest some headphones this year too. So all ages really can benefit from headphones. And that's kind of it. I'm sure there are many other things that, you know, like, and as I say, like, a lot of these things people would enjoy anyway. You know, anybody, neurotypicals would enjoy, and neurodiverse people will also enjoy. So yeah, don't necessarily get too hung up on on that. So yeah, I hope that's helped. But if you've got any ideas or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, because it's quite nice to learn off of other people, and other people have different experiences or have like different ideas, different things that work for them. You know, there might be something that I haven't thought of that like my family would really benefit from, you know? So yeah, always welcome to any suggestions. So awesome. Thanks for watching. Bye.